Welcome to Warrior Yoga Day 3. My arms are still shaking, so uh, go for it today. Just go for it. This is our last day of strengthening, moving up the spine, and we've made our way to our heart and throat. This is our ability to feel love and our openness and ability to express that out into the world, if you'd like to look at it that way. Our ability to give and to receive. And we tend to lean toward one or the other. We have a really open heart, and we feel everything, and we tend to also not say too much when we feel that deeply. Or we have times when we're really feeling closed off, and usually when we're closed off, we really let everyone know how closed off we are, and we become very vocal about our closed offness. So today, let's work on giving and receiving. So first of all, an easy way to work on giving is I want you to dedicate the fruits of this practice to someone that you love, someone that you don't need anything in return. You just want to give them the fruits of these labors. And then for receiving, I will dedicate this practice to you. And just notice how it feels to receive. And then, let's see if we can find a happy middle ground where we can give and receive constantly. With every breath, let each breath be a gift that we inhale, and then a gift that we give out. So I hope you can find that feeling of constantly giving and receiving. Sitting up tall, close the eyes, take a deep inhale in, open the mouth and let it out. Long, deep inhale in. Open the mouth, let it out. One more time, inhale in whatever's going on. Open the mouth and let it out. Transfer the breath just to the nose, keeping the inhales long. And start to bring your focus to your shoulders, thoracic spine, neck, throat, and heart. See if with each inhale you can feel these spaces in the body getting a little lighter. And since we have been moving up the spine in our practice this week, we're going to engage Jalandhara Bandha. This is our last lock. So tuck the chin and feel the whole skull pulling back. And as you breathe, feel the lock that this creates in the neck, in the thoracic spine. And see if right under that lock you can feel your chest, your heart expanding. We're going to come back to Jalandhara Bandha, so try to get to know it a little bit, get comfortable with it. And then inhale, reach the arms out and up. Bring the palms together, exhale them down in between the eyes. May your practice cultivate enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the mouth. May your practice cultivate enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale the hands in front of the heart. May all of your practices cultivate an enlightened heart. Let the hands come down. You can place them in Gyan Mudra, in your lap, whatever mudra is most comfortable for you. And we're going to do a little bit of Tong. This is one of my favorite practices of breathing in the worst and breathing out the best. And today we're going to associate the breathing in of warm, gross, whatever sort of feeling of suffering or pain we might be experiencing or someone else might be experiencing, and inhaling it in through the nose, feeling it transform in our body, and as we exhale out pursed lips, feel it coming out of our heart. So we're inhaling in through the nose and throat, and then imagine exhaling out your heart. All benefits and joy, bliss, happiness, and just giving it out. And at the same time, we're going to be using our knowledge from the past 2 days of moving up our spine. We're going to inhale, engage Mula, engage Uddiyana Bandha, and then engage Jalandhara Bandha. So we create Mahabandha, the great lock, the full lock in the whole body. So here we go. We're going to inhale, fill the belly up. Inhale in as much as you can. Hold the breath at the top. Engage Mula, pelvic floor. Engage Uddiyana Bandha, pulling the core in and up. And Jalandhara Bandha, pull the chin back. Feel that pressure that you've created. And then through pursed lips, like you're giving out from your heart. Close the eyes when you're ready. Take a deep inhale in. Hold the breath. Engage Mula Bandha, engage Uddiyana Bandha, engage Jalandhara Bandha. Mahabandha, the great lock. And then through pursed lips, exhale out the heart. Inhale in through the nose, through the throat, the worst you can think of. Hold that in your body. Engage Mahabandha, the full lock. Feel it transform with your focus and concentration, and exhale out through the heart, through pursed lips, all goodness, all benefits of this practice. I'm going to be here for a little while, inhaling through the nose, engaging Mahabandha. And exhale, giving out. One more. Notice how you feel, just sitting comfortably, and how just a few minutes of this focused breath, of these bandhas, these locks through the body, can help our concentration to go from the external more to the internal, finding that pratyahara. Well, I could sit here all day doing this, but let's work on our strength through our heart and our neck, this whole area that we tend to use so much in this society of driving and cell phones and computers, and we just suspend everything. Let's give all that space, a little support, some strength to build upon. So with that in mind, we're going to come through some nice, slow vinyasas, starting in downward dog. We're going to inhale forward to plank. Exhale down to the ground. Inhale, untuck the toes, cobra. Exhale back, downward dog. I don't know about you, but I am very sore from the last 2 days. So even just this feels very nice. Inhaling forward to plank. Exhale down to chaturanga, all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. One more time, simple vinyasa. Focusing on the shoulders and the heart opening. And continue that version, or take a little more challenge, and we'll move through upward dog and back to downward facing dog. Do this 3 times. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale, downward dog. And to make it a little harder, why not? Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep the toes tucked. Inhale through and up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, downward dog. Exhale it out. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Keep the toes tucked. Upward dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press back. Downward dog. One more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through and up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale it out. Come into child's pose for just a moment. Getting in touch with the shoulders, the heart, the throat. Listening to all of the random sounds around you. And we're going to come and find a nice, comfortable, seated position. And we're simply going to hold our arms out. Palms facing forward, the fingertips spreading as much as we can. Our shoulders are going to be relaxing down. Feel a slight external rotation, feeling like you're opening the heart just a little bit. And find a focal point, and then we're going to engage our throat lock one more time. and breathe. And just notice what starts to come up in the mind. Notice how the shoulders are feeling already. Notice if your fingers are going limp, reach through the fingertips. And then dig deep. We're going to find that warrior's essence that is in all of us somewhere. And breathe into it. Find a way to support your arms. Use your whole lower body. Support the reaching through the arms. We're going to take the right ear toward the right shoulder. Keep the fingers long. See if you can find that tingle all through the arms. Sitting up tall. Make sure we don't drop into our low back. Keeping the heart opening, that feeling of being able to receive and give from the heart center. And then turning the gaze up, trying to put the back of your head on that right shoulder. Really opening up through the throat. The throat chakra is our ability to manifest our true selves in this reality. It's our vibration that we put out into the world. It's our way of giving of ourselves. So feel that opening and strengthening as you breathe. And then turning gaze down at your right knee. I know those arms and shoulders are getting tired, but just keep breathing deep, reaching through. And coming back to center, we have another side. Left ear to left shoulder. Breathe deep, find that reservoir of tenacity, that warrior's strength as you breathe a little deeper. Stay in it however you can. Try to keep reaching through the fingers. Try to engage different parts of your arms to hold your body up. And then turn the gaze up. Try to place the back of your head on that left shoulder. We're almost there. And gaze down at that left knee. Inhale, come to center, reach the fingers up. Hold the breath at the top. Engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Maha Bandha. Full lock. Exhale. Hands to the heart. Close the eyes. A few deep breaths. Really press your hands in toward each other as you breathe deep down into the belly. So take all that work that we just did in the arms and shoulders and press it into your hands, into your breath. And we're going to come slowly into plank. And then inhale, roll onto the outside of the right foot, left fingers up. Place the knee down if you need to. Exhale to center. You can keep the knees down, head all the way down to a push-up. As you exhale, inhale to the left side. Exhale all the way down for a push-up. Inhale to the right side. At any time, you can place your knees down, move with your breath, and push yourself, but also be kind to yourself. When you just can't go anymore, try and drop the knees. See if you can go a little longer. And you've just had enough. Release down to the earth, make a pillow with your hands, and relax. This ability to challenge ourselves and then drop into a calm state is the same ability that when life throws a curveball at us, which it always will, and we have that initial emotional reaction to something, we're able to not get lost and instead come back to our breath. We're going to come back to seated again. And this time, I did this a little while in a class, and it made me laugh so hard a little while ago. We're going to take our arms out to the side and stick out our middle fingers, like we are just flipping off all those frustrating things that come up constantly in our lives. And instead of getting angry at them, we're going to make little backwards circles and breath of fire. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together, hold the breath at the top, engage Mahabandha. Exhale, hands to heart center. Gyan Mudra, close the eyes. Bringing that focus back to the heart, the throat, the shoulders. I'm sure they're pretty easy to focus on right now. And see if with each breath you can feel a little more space, a little more strength. Without strength, we have no stability. Without flexibility, we have no mobility. And again, come back to that breathing in the worst, giving out the best, in through the throat, out through the heart. And we're going to come back into plank. There are a couple of different variations for this next little game we're going to play. You can come from child's pose and inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale all the way back to child's pose. If that's a little too much, you can just inhale into cow, exhale to child's pose. If you'd like even more, you can take the feet a little wider than your mat, perhaps. And we're going to do full dragon push-ups. So we're going to inhale, and then exhale all the way back. Inhale through and up. Exhale all the way back, wide-legged downward dog. When you find yourself getting tired or losing a lot of form in one variation, move to another. Thinking of each movement as creating a little more strength to give a little more from your heart. To love a little better. To love a little more. To create something else. It takes strength. It takes a warrior's tenacity. When you have reached that place of being nice and exhausted, relax back, child's pose. Notice your focus, your breath, your thoughts. And make our way back to seated. Now we're going to take our thumb across our palm toward our pinky, and we're going to inhale up, exhale down, but pretty quick. Feel like you're a bird, maybe an albatross who's been flying for 3 years, or maybe it's been 6 months and you're trying to make it back to your life partner. If you can just make it for these last few minutes. Just a little longer. Try and go a little faster for these last few seconds. Inhale, reach up. Engage Mahaban, the whole lock. And exhale. Down through heart center. Hands at heart center, Gyan Mudra in your lap, wherever you'd like. Sit nice and tall. Deep breaths. In the nose, out the mouth. Feeling the expansion of your heart with every breath. The expansion of your capacity to love and receive love. And we're coming back into plank. I know you're very excited. This time you can stay with your toes tucked or place the knees down because we're going to do something called wrist push-ups. So the less weight that you have in your hands, the easier it will be to press both wrists up at the same time. You want to make sure you don't do one at a time because then we're just shifting weight. Be sure it's both wrists and slowly. So don't pop them up. Don't use momentum. Use the strength of your wrists so you can get your hands as close to your knees as you need to so you can start to feel that sensation. Or you can come all the way and tuck your toes and then connect to the breath. Turn the fingers at about 45 degrees out, and again, press up. I hope you're beginning to feel that wonderful feeling of exhaustion and hitting our limits, as this warrior yoga is supposed to do. If not, move your knees a little further away or lift them up off the ground as we turn the fingers in and press. Inhale and exhale. Just in case you're not exhausted enough, we're going to come into a squat. And we're going to utilize all that strength we just built in our wrists. We're going to come into crow. So we can start the knees and elbows nice and bent and really place the knees up on the triceps. Start to take the weight forward. Feel that pressing down we just created in our wrists. And maybe just stay here. Just starting to feel some of the weight coming out of the toe. And then one toe at a time, maybe letting those feet float up off the ground. Deep breaths. When your arms have had enough, we're coming back to a nice seated pose. And we're going to interlace the fingers, arms nice and long out in front of us. And we're going to inhale up, exhale down, moving pretty quickly, like we're chopping wood, chopping away all the frustrating things that might be in our way. Close the eyes. Refocus for these last few seconds. The heart opening, the energy moving up the spine. Inhale, reach up. Hold the breath at the top, engage Mahabandha. Exhale. Down through heart center. Hands wherever you'd like. Sit up nice and tall. Take a moment. Check back in. Deep breaths. Long spine. Feeling the heartbeat. Letting go of thoughts, emotions that come up. And then we're going to lie down on our stomachs. Turn the cheek to one side. Feel your diaphragm pressing down into the earth with every breath. And then bring the hands back toward our floating ribs, either tucking the toes or staying on our knees, and we're going to inhale up to Chaturanga. Exhale, hold. Try and make a 90-degree angle with your elbow if you can, and breathe. Try and take 3 long breaths. And then relax down. Turn the other cheek. And then bring the hands back toward the floating ribs. 3 long breaths in Chaturanga. Relax down. We have 1 more to go. And press yourself up one last time, 3 long breaths. And this time, as we relax down, you guessed it, coming back to seated. And this time we're going to take the arms up to 60 degrees with the palms like blades facing away from us. And breath of fire. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hold the breath at the top. Engage Mahabandha. Let a little smile creep across your face. And exhale. Sit with that little smile. Sit with the warmth that you're creating in your chest and shoulders, arms, all the way through your throat and neck. Take a deep inhale in. Let's vibrate it out the mouth and make some sound. Deep inhale in. Open the mouth, make some sound. One more time. And we're going to lie on our right side. You can have your right arm up above you, makes it a little easier, or the right arm next to the right side of your body. We're going to use the left hand, and we're going to push ourselves to the side. Do as many as you can. Use that right arm for a little support, maybe, for a couple of extra. When you press down and nothing happens, that means you're probably ready. Switch to the other side. Moving with your breath, listening to your own body. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Or exhaling up and inhaling down. Doesn't really matter. Whatever works for your body. When you just can't press yourself up anymore, roll onto your side, somehow creatively find your way back to that seated position. And this time, we are going to make little cups with our hands, and like we're scooping up water and blessing ourselves. We'll be inhale, exhale. Close the eyes when you have a rhythm. And we're going to be here for a little while. So we need to come back to that idea of inhaling in the worst and exhaling out the best. So feel like you are in a pool of poisoned water, and in your hands is this wonderful purifying chemical that every time you pick up the water and you throw it over you to bless yourself and everyone around you, it is pure, clean water. One more minute to go. On your next inhale, pull the arms back. Open the heart, engage Mahabandha. And exhale. Let it all out. Sit, breathe. Coming back into your body, bringing that focus to your heart, your breath. Now we're going to hold an inversion for a while. So that can be downward facing dog. You can start right here and hold this for the whole time. You can work on dolphin, placing the forearms down, walking the feet toward your head, maybe one leg at a time, reaching up if forearm balance is in your practice. We can spend our time here in a nice forearm balance. Or if you have handstand in your practice, your arms should be pretty exhausted, so this should really challenge your handstand. Deep breaths. Hold it for only as long as you can gracefully come out of it, and then maybe find your way back to one of the simpler variations, trying to find that limit on our own body. Where is our edge? Maybe spending a little time at headstand, feeling all the energy that we've cultivated in the heart and shoulders starting to drip its way up to the very top of the spine, spilling out over the crown of the head. When your inversion has reached its boiling point, find your way back to child's pose. We have one last hurrah, as it were, and we're just going to plain do push-ups. Preferably Chaturanga style push-ups with the elbows back, but you can take the arms slightly out to the side. Give yourself a little more support. You can stay on your knees the whole time. We're going to attempt to start with 27 and then work our way down from there. Again, you can keep your knees down, but if you're game, let's exhaust ourselves. Why not? Ready? Try and knock out 27. And child's pose or downward facing dog. And then we're going to move down in increments of 3. So now, let's try and knock out 24. Remember, you can do 24 on your knees. Maybe they're just little tiny elbow bends for now. Just stay with your breath, stay with your body. And here we go. Press back, child's pose, downward dog. I know I had to go to my knees that time. Find that limit if we can. A few deep breaths. All right. 21. Place those knees down if you need to. I know I'm probably going to. Relax back. It's the very end. Oh, I want nothing more than to just give up right now. But that's what the training of a warrior is. Alright, let's try it. 18. Deep breaths. Really exciting news is that this is one of the last crazy strengthening exercises that we'll be doing this whole week. So if that helps to inspire you a little bit more, let's try and knock out 15. Hope your arms are shaking like mine are. Oh, Lord, what have I gotten myself into? Alright. 12, however we can, even if all of them are on the knees, even if we're just barely bending our arms. Well, let's see what our heart is made of, right? Heart of a warrior. Didn't help. Still really hard. Alright. This is a good idea, right? We enjoy challenging ourselves. It's good for the body, good for the soul, good for the mind. Alright. When you're ready, 9. 9 simple push-ups. Let's let go of everything that's happened before and just do 9 push-ups. Everything is relative, isn't it? 9 doesn't usually seem quite so daunting. Almost there. Well, I hope you're at least half as exhausted as I am. Goodness. Careful what you wish for, right? Warrior yoga. Wow, yeah. Apparently I'm more of a warrior that likes to have a margarita on the beach. But, alright. 6. Here we go. And before we lose that last spark, oh lordy, okay. 3, it's just 3 more. Just 3, just 3. And relax all the way down to our bellies. Oh, thank God. Oh, we made it. And deep breaths. Then we're going to take our right arm straight out to the right side. Bend the left knee. Send that heel up and over. Really press down with that right hand. Little bend in the right elbow. Open up through that shoulder and chest. And rolling back to our belly. Take that right arm up at about a 45-degree angle, like you're making a Y shape with the arm, and then reach that left heel back up and over. And keep the left hand down, or reach it back as well. Whew. Wow. Yeah, breathe into that. And coming back to center. Left arm out to the left side. Bend the right knee up and over. Come back to those long inhales and long exhales. Focus back in on the heart, the breath. Coming back, take the left arm up at a 45-degree angle. Roll back over. Let each inhale expand through all that tightness in the shoulder and chest. And roll on to our backs, but then sit up and take our hands back behind us, the fingers pointing away, And then start to walk the hands away from our hips. And feel that opening in the shoulders. And lift the chest as much as you can. Deep breaths. And then gently walk the hands out to the side. Come down toward the forearms. And then we're going to pull the knees into the chest. Send the toes up and over. Come into plow. First, let's reach the hands back to where the feet were, to the bottom of our mat. Feel how that opens up the shoulders through the thoracic spine in a certain way. And then slowly we're going to reach the fingertips to where the toes are pressing into the earth. You can place the balls of your feet on the palms of your hands and use your feet to press your hands and arms and shoulders farther and farther away, and notice how that opens up more space in the thoracic spine. And then gently you can reach the feet up toward the sky for a shoulder stand. Feeling all of that energy from the week so far, spilling from our toes, down our calves, through our thighs and hips, through our core, front and back, through our shoulders and throat, and then spilling out, trickling out into the earth through the crown of our head. And then roll down one vertebra at a time. Take a bridge or an Urdhva Dhanurasana. Should feel really nice on those shoulders after all that work, but be careful, your arms will probably be tired, so don't drop onto your head. And let's hug both knees into the chest. One last moment of gratitude. And then release the legs out. Tuck one shoulder blade and then the other. Palms up. Feel the heart opening. Lengthen a little bit through the crown of the head. Let the jaw relax. The shoulders relax. The heart relax. Let your breath come long and easy. And let's come back to Tonglen, inhaling in the worst and exhaling out the best we have to offer. It can be inhaling in any of these feelings that are tired or feel sore in our body. Exhaling out any benefits of our practice, giving them away. Or just inhaling in one thought, exhaling and letting it go, letting it out, giving it away. Inhaling in the next moment that comes up, and then exhale and let it go. Bringing your focus back to your heart as you take this next inhale. And then open the mouth and let it out. Inhale and activate through the fingers and toes, the legs and arms. And then exhale and just relax everything back into the earth. One more time. Inhale, activate every part of your body. And then exhale and let it all melt. Keeping the eyes softly shut. However you'd like, slowly find your way back to that same comfortable seated position in which we started this journey, letting the breath be calm and easy. And check back in with your breath. Notice how you're feeling. Bring that focus back to the heart, the shoulders, neck, arms, throat, heart chakra, throat chakra. See if they feel a little stronger, if you can really notice their foundation, their strength. And then inhaling out from the heart, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring it all down in between the eyes. May your life be filled with enlightened thoughts. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the mouth. May you always have the patience for enlightened speech. Inhale, exhale, the hands in front of the heart. May your heart have the healing it requires to live an enlightened life. Namaste. Thank you very much for making it through day 3 with me. I don't really feel like there's too much more to say, except thank you. These classes over the last couple of years have all been possible because so many people around the world have decided to just open their hearts to me and to this community. So thank you. If you'd like to donate, there's a link in the description. Or if you'd like to join the community and see where it can go, you can join these fine people at patreon.com/freeyoga, where the sky is the limit. Thanks for working through the tough stuff with me. I'm excited to step into some flexibility with you all tomorrow. Until then.